Alright everyone, welcome back to All Wings Everything, and I am your cook Spinelli. Now today's video we're going to do sweet balsamic vinegar wings. Now I'm going to be honest with you, I really didn't know how these wings were going to turn out. But guess what? They turned out great, and I'm telling you, these things are so addictive. I'm telling you, I ended up making them twice because they were so good. I'm telling you guys, follow me in this recipe. You guys are gonna love this recipe. So go ahead, get to your kitchen. I'm already in mine, so let's go. All right, so here are the ingredients we're going to use for today's recipe. We have our Publix green wise chicken. We have balsamic vinegar, kosher salt, minced garlic, olive oil, honey, red pepper flakes, some dry rosemary, and ground black pepper. So these are the ingredients we're going to use today, so let's get started. All right, so I've already measured out our ingredients for this recipe. I've already cleaned our chicken. So what we have here, we have 2 tablespoons of extra virgin olive oil. We have 1 tablespoon of rosemary. We have 1 teaspoon of kosher salt. We have 1 teaspoon of fresh ground black pepper. We have a cup of balsamic vinegar. We have 2 tablespoons of honey, 3 teaspoons of minced garlic, and a half a teaspoon of red chili flakes. So these are the measurements that we're going to use for this recipe. So let's go ahead and move on. All right, so the first thing we're going to do is we're going to season our chicken. Take your kosher salt and mix it in with your ground black pepper. And then take your dry rosemary and add it to that same dish. Mix it. All right, so now that you've mixed that, what you want to do is you want to take your olive oil and pour your olive oil over your chicken pieces. And mix your chicken with your olive oil. All right, now take your salt and pepper and rosemary mixture and sprinkle it over your chicken. I typically use all of this seasoning. Once you do that, give it a good mix. If you feel a need to add less seasoning, do so. If you feel a need to add more seasoning, do so. Cook your chicken to your desire, or season it to your desire. All right, once you do that, we can move on. All right, so what we're going to do now is we're going to make our balsamic sauce for the wings. So you want to take your minced garlic and add it to the dish with your balsamic vinegar. Now take your honey, add it. Now your red pepper flakes, and give it a good mix. And this is what you have. And now let's move on. All right, so now what we're going to do is we're going to grease our pan. Go ahead and line your pan with aluminum foil and grease your grates with cooking spray. This helps with the cleanup. The aluminum foil and this cooking spray allows your chicken to not stick to the grates. So go ahead and do that and we'll move on. All right, so now it's time to add our chicken pieces to our pan. So add your chicken pieces skin side down about 1/2 inch apart from each other. Try not to overcrowd your pan as much as possible. So once you add your chicken pieces, we'll move on. All right, so let's go ahead and move our chicken over to the oven and place it in the oven. I've already preheated the oven to 400 degrees. And what we're going to do is we're going to cook these wings for 55 minutes. And halfway through the cooking process, we're going to turn them over and allow them to cook on the other side. Remember, we like for our chicken to be cooked evenly. So I'll see you guys in half of the time. All right, so now we're halfway through the cooking process. We're going to turn our wings over and allow them to cook the remainder of the time on the other side. Let's take a good look at them. All right, so finish turning your wings over and we will move on. All right, so let's go ahead and start, finish preparing our sauce. So what you want to do is you want to take that mixture and you want to pour it into an empty pan or pot. And what you want to do is you want to bring this mixture to a boil. And once you bring it to the boil, you want to continue to stir for about 2 minutes. And then you want to reduce the heat to medium low and let it cook for about 5 to 7 minutes until it thickens. And once you do that, remove it from the pot and we'll move on to the next step. All right, so now our chicken is done. It's time to remove it from the oven. Let's go place it over here on the counter and take a look at our, well, I wouldn't say finished product, but our almost finished product. This is what your wings are supposed to look like. Yes, these look good. All right, so now we're going to go ahead and finish our wings. But we have another additional step before we finalize it. So stick with me. All right, so what we're going to do now is we're going to remove those chicken pieces from the pan into an empty bowl. And once you remove all your chicken from the pan, what you're going to do next is you're going to take that mixture and you're going to pour it over your wings. And once you pour it over the wings, you want to give it a good mix. You want to mix it up, the wings into the sauce. I'm using my tongs. You can cover it up if you want to and do a little shaky bake if you want to, but I'm going to use my tongs. And after I mix it well, what I'm going to do is I'm going to throw them back onto that pan and I'm going to let them cook for an additional 5 minutes. You don't have to turn them over, just let them cook additional 5 minutes in the oven. And once you do that, we'll move to the final step. All right, so now the wings are done. Let's take a look at them. These things look amazing. Nice color. When you put them back in the oven, what you did was you caramelized the sauce onto the wings. So this is how it looks. All right, let's move on. All right, so it's time to transfer these wings onto a clean plate. So remove your wings, place them on a clean plate so we can take that final step. And once you do that, we'll go ahead and finalize this video. And what do you know? Sweet balsamic wings. Look at this product, folks. You already know these are some good groceries. Let's take a look at them. Let me know what you guys think about these wings. I'm dying to eat one right now. All right, guys, so you already know what time it is, right? It's quality control time. That means it's time for me to take a bite out of one of these wings to ensure that they are safe to eat. But let's take a look at them real quick, a little bit more. Let's get this appetite up. Let's get this appetite up. All right, I can't wait that long. Let me grab one. Folks, this is very good. This, you're probably thinking that the vinegar is going to be powerful, but I'm here to tell you it's not. It's real subtle. It's almost like it's sweet. You know, I think what happened is the honey, you know, it kind of, I guess, toned that taste down, the vinegar taste down. And They are perfect. I'm telling you, these things are perfect. You have to try these. You know, this is something that you can make, you know, for your family on dinner night. These things are great. All right, folks, it's time for me to head out. So I'm going to pull me a chair up and finish these wings. And I hope you guys enjoyed this video. And I hope to see you guys back here next time I drop another video. And until then, be safe, all wings everything, and I'm out. See you guys later.
All right, everyone. I know you enjoyed that video. I know you guys had some hesitation in the beginning when I said sweet balsamic vinegar, unless you're a person who loves balsamic vinegar, which I do. I like balsamic vinegar on my salads and things of that nature. But these wings really came out amazing. You have to be honest. They look great. They tasted great. If you followed me, then you probably are eating them at the moment, but they tasted great. You really, really need to try this recipe. This is something that you can cook for your family on a dinner night. It's really, really good. So if you like this video, guys, go ahead and hit that like button. If you haven't subscribed to the channel, please do so you can be alerted every time I drop one of these wonderful wing recipes. And also, leave a comment below if you try any of my recipes. And please share this video with your friends, family, co-workers. Go ahead, share some of the love. And until then, I am your cook, Spinelli, and this is All Wings Everything. And I want to see you guys back here in my next video. And I am out. Peace. Everybody stand up. Introducing the one and only, the most anticipated and highly underrated